What is going on, everyone? My name is Jack Troy, and I want to welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So, as of recording this video, it is currently Thursday, November 9th. I am actively recovering from the flu, which I've had the past couple days, and let me tell you, this was the worst I've ever had it. I never experienced anything like this. Even COVID wasn't as bad as this. But yeah, so forgive me if I'm a little congested. Forgive me if I'm just a little out of it. I'm trying to give you guys the energy and bring you some positive vibes in this video. But again, with that being said, I got like a day left to recover and then I'll be good. Now, in today's video, I want to kind of go over a day in the life of someone who is a brand new real estate agent, as well as someone who's trying to get into the field of real estate wholesaling. Now, if you don't know what real estate wholesaling is, it is pretty much the practice or the business or the hustle, whatever you want to call it, of flipping contracts or flipping under contract properties to cash buyers. So what I do, or what someone who is a wholesaler or is trying to be a wholesaler does, we go in, we find a property, we search the MLS, which is what I got up right here, I'll show you guys in a second. We go through, we search the MLS, we find deals that we can find, let's say a house that's $100,000. What we do is we go through, we do all the comps for that property. We try to find the lowest asking price we can get that property to give the owner a cash offer, right? So once we get them the cash offer for, let's say 40% under market value, let's say we find a $100,000 house, the most we find we can offer for the house is $65,000. We get them to that number, or let's say we agree on 70, right? We get that property under contract, and then we flip that contract, or we assign that contract to a cash buyer that we have in the pipeline, and we mark that property up, let's say $10,000. Doesn't matter, because the flipper is going to be making tens of thousands of dollars regardless off the property. So that's how we make our money. We make our commission, our finder's fee, if you want to call it that, on the actual finding of the deal, right? So that's currently what I'm in the process of also learning, because there is good opportunity with that. You don't have to find people to go list their house as an agent. There's another use for the MLS. There's other uses. If you get your license and let's say being an agent isn't your go-to thing, or there's a lot of competition in your market, but you want to be able to use your license, this is another very good way to do that, because people who are coming into the market as brand new wholesalers who maybe aren't licensed don't have access to the MLS and have to go through someone like an agent to get access to that, right? So real quick, I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to show you guys exactly what these two things are behind me on my screen. Yeah, so real quick, right behind me I have my current setup. This is what I usually log into every single morning when I get down and I'm ready to work. I have my MLS set up on this screen behind me that has all of the listings in my area in the greater capital region. I'm on Flex MLS, and that's just what I use. If you're in different states, you'll obviously have different MLSs. If you're a wholesaler looking to get into real estate, you'll have an MLS in your respective state that might look a little different, might function a little differently, but has all the same purposes and the same goals and stuff like that. And on my other screen right here, I have the course that I'm currently enrolled in. It is through Real Estate Skills on YouTube. They have a really big platform. They have a very detailed outline for how they train people to get into wholesaling through real estate. The reason I got in through them is because they like to help agents get into this game when they want to scale their income and make more than they might be currently making. They have a very detailed outline. They have a good structure. They have a good community. So that's what I'm currently enrolled in, and I'll show you guys that in a second. Now, when it comes to properly wholesaling real estate, there's a ton of more platforms that you're going to actually want to use and utilize during your day, depending on the outreach method, depending on how you're generating leads, and depending on how you're actually going out and finding different kinds of deals. Next week, or maybe later this weekend, when I feel better and I can drive, because right now I'm a little dizzy still, I'm going to take you guys around and show you my experience of my first time, which is going to be driving for dollars. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much driving through neighborhoods in your area. You could say you start in your local area and you can expand to, let's say, the nearest 10, 15 miles of neighborhoods. It's just driving through neighborhoods and looking for properties that look distressed, look a little broken down, look like they need some help, and writing down those addresses, getting in contact with the owners and seeing what their plans are with that property. Because there's a lot of properties that are just sitting there that let's say the owner was passed down this property, doesn't want to care for it, and doesn't know what to do with it, and they don't want to go through the process of listing it. You know, as a wholesaler, you're actually benefiting them and helping them if you come to them with, let's say, maybe an under market cash offer to get them out of that property, save them the stress, just get it off their hands, and so on. There's tons of other reasons that people would use a wholesaler and let their house go for cheaper than it is supposed to go for, right? But I'm gonna bring you through my experience driving around a couple hours. I'm not gonna live stream the whole thing or record the whole thing, but I'll give you guys the highlights. I'll show you the properties that I write down, show you what I'm looking at, and then I'm gonna actually record myself contacting these owners, and you can watch me fail on some cold calls. You can watch me maybe succeed, maybe get some relationships started, and kind of give you guys a hands-on feel of what it's like to first start out wholesaling real estate at 21 years old. I'm brand new in this. There's people younger than me who are killing it in this game, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And that's the level I'm trying to get to, but I also want to provide value and show everybody exactly how it's done, how it can be done, how to go from literally nothing to something with it, and change their own lives and the people's around them. So, but yeah, once I'm feeling better and I can get back in the car in the driver's seat, I'm gonna take you guys around on my little day-to-day journey, going to these different properties, finding them, contacting the people, and you can see me just go through the growth process of figuring out how it's done. And if you want a link to the course that I'm in, I'll drop it below. It's called the Real Estate Skills. Like I said, it's there on YouTube. And then they have the Pro Wholesaler program, which is called the Real Estate Skills Pro Wholesaler. And it's a little pricey. There's two different tiers. I'm at the basic tier right now, it's like $3,000. But there's another tier above that, which is around 10. I'm not there yet, but I wanted to get some beginner info out of it and really start to grow and scale. Once I get my first couple of flips, then I'll upgrade. And then there's like some real mentoring that goes into that. And there's other courses out there. There's other things. I'm not trying to sell anybody's course for them. I'm not saying that. It was just the one that I found first because I was kind of newer to the space and it looked trustworthy, so I joined it. But yeah, so once I'm more into it, once I have more of a grasp on everything, I'll be able to give you guys a more in-depth analysis on it and do a proper review. Like I said, I'll do a review on the course. And then I'm also going to take you through the MLS and show you exactly how I do comps coming up. I still have a little bit of a headache, so I'm not going to do anything today with that. But I'm going to say coming this weekend, I'll probably drop another video. I'm going to release something just giving you my little tutorial on how I go through the MLS, how I find properties on there, and then how I use those properties to go and drive for dollars, right? Because they're hand in hand, and then I'll show you some other platforms I use, like PropStream, Deal Machine, other things that investors and wholesalers like to use. So, and you can do this at any age, 17, 18-year-olds doing this kind of stuff. Right. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching this video, staying up to date, seeing my progress in this. We're all at the beginning, and I hope to bring you some inspiration, some value at some point, maybe allow you guys to see that it's possible for you. I'm in that process right now of seeing other people do it, and it's making it seem possible that I can do it. So hopefully I can pass that along and make everybody maybe try a little harder and go for exactly what they say they're going to go for and not just talk about it, right? So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.